Hey everyone, I'm Ryan. Thank you for checking out my channel, Living Right Debt-Free Homestead. So I just wanted to give everyone kind of an update of what's going on and just sort of give some insight into the crazy life that I'm living right now. Right now we've moved into our trailer. Everything's good with that. One of the things that I'm still missing from the trailer is the washer and dryer hookup. So since we haven't officially closed on our house yet, I drive to the old house and I wash my clothes and hang out here for like an hour until they get done. I did order a washer and dryer, and then we'll have it installed hopefully like Wednesday, and then we should sign and like officially hand over the keys this Friday. Some of you are probably wondering why I don't just buy more scrubs, but the whole point of not buying a bunch of scrubs is I want to save my money. Scrubs are expensive. I just want to say thank you guys for watching. I was hoping that maybe you guys could purchase something off of my Amazon affiliate link. Appreciate it. I'm just going to put some random products that I enjoy using, and then also I was going to put some of the books that I've been reading. So I've been reading Weston A.Price, which I like. If you guys haven't looked into Weston A.Price, do it, because crooked teeth are not genetic. They are nutritional, 100%. One of the biggest reasons I wanted to get into the whole homesteading thing is so that I can grow natural food. Like, I want to know where my food comes from. I don't want it pumped full of antibiotics. I don't want to manipulate it. I want to do it the hard way, and I want to do it the right way. And yeah, I want to live right. That's what my whole channel is about. It's about living right. That's what I called it, living right. But I also want to do it debt-free. Like, sprinkle in a little bit of cheapness on that. Yeah, so this whole Amazon affiliate thing is to hopefully get a little bit of more cash money so that I can live out my homestead dream of eating good food. But yeah, book Weston A.Price, check it out. Healing cavities, not having crooked teeth, just being better, more healthy. I also want to check out Salatin. I think that's how you say it. He's like this farmer guy that uses systems of like moving your animals from paddock to paddock, and just sort of utilizing every animal's uniqueness in a way that like benefits you but also benefits the animal. So I'm listening to his audiobook because I do a lot of driving between Tucson and Roswell right now, and it is Folks That Ain't Normal, and it just talks about like how ridiculous our society is, the culture of our society, how far we've gotten away from how things should be. Like, we're not living right. And this book read by Joe Salatin, so it's actually pretty cool. If you want the audio version, I'll link the audio version, and then I'll try to find the actual book so that you can choose whatever works best for you. Yeah, gonna go ahead and get dressed right now and then go do my run thing. So yeah. Pow. Crap. Forgot my socks. Also, if you ever for a second doubt the level of cheapness that I operate under, these are my shoes. Note the breakdown. Weirdly enough, they're still really comfortable. I always get Skechers because I need that to happen. I know some people say they need like arch support. I'm not one of those people. I need freedom. I need freedom of movement within my shoe. I also need the freedom that only a debt-free lifestyle can afford you. I was gone for like 20 minutes, around a mile and a half. I'm sweaty. I'm a sweater. That's what I do. All right, so I've ran. I don't particularly like doing the night runs. It freaks me out, honestly. I'm a little bit afraid of javelina and coyote. I know I'm a much larger animal than them, but I still believe that they know that I'm afraid. And since they know that, I'm afraid they'll take advantage of that. So I prefer to run during the daytime. I ran a mile and a half. It took me 19 minutes. Tonight was actually my second night doing a night run. And although I'm very slow, I did something. I actually did something. You know, like people make fun of you for like being weird or doing this or doing that. But it's funny because it's always the people that aren't doing anything, you know? So like when I do this whole homestead thing, you know, it's like this, it's a big old change in my life. It's a big old change in lifestyle. We're doing a lot of unusual things to get there too. Like we had a nice 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, and we just listed it. We started remodeling stuff, new carpets, new paint, trying to increase the value, painted the outside, painted the fencing, new rock, everything. We made it look nice, and then we listed it and sold it. Well, we're not officially gone yet. See, I'm still here in this empty house doing this video thing, which is another weird thing, but you gotta be weird. You gotta follow your dreams. You don't want to be like everybody else, or you'll have what everybody else has. If you want to have that like awesome life that you dream of, your dream life, you just have to do it. Despite it not being perfect or it not being everything you imagined it'd be, you just gotta do it. So I like being weird. I like doing strange and unusual things, conformities for the normies. I've done a lot of really weird things in the sake of saving money. One of the more recent weird things we've done was, we paid off our house very quickly. It's awesome not having a mortgage. I love not having a mortgage. I don't want to get to my dream homestead and then have like, oh, we have this huge debt we have to pay off, and I didn't get my hours at work, what's gonna happen? Am I gonna have to like use my credit cards? I hate that. I don't want to live like that. I don't want to borrow money. The borrower is slave to the debtor. So in order to save up everything, we're going to move into a trailer with our 2 kids, 7-year-old and soon to be 9-year-old, and we're just gonna do it like that. Be strange and make all of our food, not go out to eat, just pinch pennies. I'm only gonna have my 1 pair of scrubs and my broke down shoes. Although my scrubs, I'm not gonna lie, they're starting to get like that. Those shirts that you wear that like they just kind of like retain odor after a while. Making these YouTube videos, they probably are not the best. They're probably not the worst. I hope that you enjoy them. I'm still getting used to making them. It's hard for me to just like talk to the camera like nonstop, sharing my ideas when there's not a person. I can't tell if I'm being weirder than normal or if I'm not being as weird as I normally am. But anyways, I'm so excited about this homesteading adventure. I'm excited to be debt free. I do want to go dairy cow because I love raw milk. Not as much as my husband. Seriously, if you let him, he would drink a gallon of milk like daily. So I'm so excited to get raw milk. Our country is so weird about putting restrictions on it. And it's all to extend shelf life. It's not for your health. It's all, and that's what's wrong with the government. Anytime they do something, they always do it under the guise of it being for your best interest and for your safety. This whole COVID thing is just like a power grab. It drives me crazy. It's not because they're worried about your safety. That's just an excuse to take control. We'll keep you safe. Yeah, drives me crazy. So the milk, I can't believe it. Raw milk is so nutritious for you. If you guys haven't looked into Weston A.Price, I mentioned his book earlier, but Weston A.Price was a dentist from the 1920s, 1930s. He was practicing, I believe, in Chicago, and he noticed that all of these indigenous people had perfectly straight teeth, resistant to cavities, and then all of these people in Western society have like these ridiculously crooked teeth. Their mouths are being torn up by cavities. And basically what he did was he traveled the world, and he lived during a very interesting time because the Polaroid camera was around. So he was able to take pictures of everything. But there were still a lot of places that hadn't been, like their food hadn't been contaminated with like the Western diet. So he traveled, he saw the Inuits, he saw the Seminole Native Americans, he traveled to Africa, the Aborigines, he traveled to a bunch of different islands in the Philippines, and what he found was that when people are eating their traditional diets, not high in grain, that their teeth are resistant to cavities, and their offspring have perfectly straight teeth, perfectly straight. And one of the interesting things that he found was that all of these diets had something in common. When he did like the nutritional analysis, they were all high in fat-soluble vitamins and vitamin K2. And so cows when they're fed grass, their milk during the springtime has high levels of K2 in it. So, and if you talk with doctors, nurses, a lot of people don't know about K2. And what K2 does is it takes the calcium that is circulating in the bones in the blood and in the soft tissue, and it puts it into the bones. So, like teeth, if you have cavities and things like that, you have soft teeth, K2 will help to heal the tooth. I don't know what people think, that when we lived in nature, before all these modern society, all the blessings of the modern world, before all this stuff, what they thought that we just got tooth infections and we just died. Like, no, you look at animals. You look at wild animals, they have good teeth. It's not until we domesticate animals and start messing up their diet that they start developing all these health problems too. The animals in the wild, when they're eating what they're supposed to be eating, everything's so perfectly designed. But when we break the laws of nature and the laws of God, that's when, we're kicked out of the Garden of Eden. That's when the fall happens, is when we're not living as we were intended to live. And, one of the original sins of Adam and Eve, eating the forbidden fruit of wisdom, one of their punishment was that, Adam's punishment was that the land would be cursed, and he would have to work the land as hard as he could, and that just to produce just enough to live, just enough to get by. Well, we decided that no, the punishment wasn't good enough. And anytime you're given a punishment, the best thing to do is to face it, right? If you evade punishment, what happens? It gets worse, right? It gets worse. And so, what do? We come up with all these chemical fertilizers, we till the land, we spray the land, and now we have Monsanto spraying everything and people claiming, cancer. Is that better? Oh, look, we have all this food, we don't have to work so hard to get all this food, but our bodies are disgusting, or they're toxic from all these chemicals, But if we just suck it up and live the way that we're supposed to and slave over the land, then we produce food that's nutritious, nutrient dense. We can heal ourselves, we can heal our teeth, we can heal our bones, I personally believe that cancer can be treated nutritionally. Yeah, there's a lot of really interesting different diets. I like Kelly Gonzalez. He's a doctor that talked about the autonomic nervous system and nutrition. And then there's also Gerson and Gerson therapy. It's also another really interesting one. Food heals. It's the ultimate healer. When I got into nursing, I did it partly because I've always been fascinated with science. So I decided to go into medicine. And I got into nursing, and nothing modern can help you. Nothing modern can help you. We're Band-Aids. We will, we'll fix it temporarily. We will cover the problem long enough for you to get on about your business till another crisis takes place. It's really sad, honestly. And, I knew this about medicine going into it in part, but I thought that maybe if I did critical care, I could at least give people an opportunity to turn things around. By the time you're so sick that you wind up in critical care, you need the modern intervention at that point in time. A problem has been created as a result of your modern lifestyle, and now it requires a modern solution in order to get you to a place to where you can actually start to heal. So that's why I like working in critical care. If I didn't do critical care, I don't know what kind of nursing I would do. I've considered going to NP school, but my concern is that I won't be able to do the type of healing that I believe in, which is naturopathic. I believe that, like I said, food heals. I want to have a homestead. I want to work hard, physical activity, work hard on the land, have animals that the animals' health is important. You know, the animal lived a good life. They're healthy. So then when I eat them, I'm healthy. So that's my rant there. Anyways, look into Weston A.Price. He is fantastic, super interesting. Like I said, I'm going to put the book below, and I am going to continue to listen to Joel Salatin's his book, This Ain't Normal Folks. I think that his mindset, his perspective, I believe is accurate. You know, animals moving from location to location, grazing the grass, and then letting the grass have time to rest and recover, that makes sense, versus being continually grazed on. You know, you think about how a herd would have moved through an area if it was unrestricted, if there were no fences. You feel like it would probably stay in one spot for a while, and then it would move on to another, and then another, and another, and eventually probably return. You know, it probably went with the season somehow. But I'm gonna take a shower now that my clothes are in the dryer, and then head out to the trailer. Okay, so now I'm gonna go get my clothes, they're done, and then I'm gonna pick up my mess here, and then I'm gonna get back to the trailer, cook myself up a little something to eat, and then probably watch a little YouTube, maybe edit some of my video, and then go to sleep, wake up early, do it all over again. This may be the last time that I wash my clothes in this house, so that's interesting. That's, yay, milestones, huh? Alright, I'm just getting my clothes. They're done. No, so I freaking washed my headphones. This is why nobody can hear me when I talk when I'm wearing my headphones. So that would be the downside to having so many pockets in your scrubs, is that you have to make sure that you check them all. Yeah, no socks. I know, I'm gross. It's okay. I don't want to put my socks on because they're dirty. I didn't wash them because I used them to run. Alright, home sweet home in the trailer. Got my glasses on for the night driving, and yeah, so I'm just gonna set my stuff down. All right, so this is my domain. I'm pretty sad right now. We're kind of living out of these. We do have a water filter purification system on the trailer. I just don't know how much I trust it. I don't know what the water's like here in this trailer park. I know a lot of trailer parks throughout Tucson have issues with the water. Some of them even have age restrictions because how bad their water is. So, thing about the desert, water. It's bad. Not a lot of it. And the water we do have may or may not be that great. After I get home, usually one of the first things I'll do is I'll drink a bunch of water because I worked like all day long, and I don't know if any of you guys are nurses or not, but we don't always drink as much water as we should because a lot of times we're super busy. So usually I drink a bunch of water first, and then depending on what I have planned for my meal, I'll either warm something up. So this is what I got in my fridgey right now. Oh, cod liver oil. So this is part of what I take with the Weston A.Price stuff. I take cod liver oil, and then I'll take vitamin K2 and D3. I'll take a supplement, especially if I feel like I haven't been eating very well. I don't always supplement, but when I'm not eating well, I do supplement. And so for today, I don't really have a meal planned. I kind of ate all my stuff. This is my lunch for tomorrow, so that's all set up and ready to go. I was going to put on crock pot for the chicken that I had left over from the chicken that I had for lunch. Just sort of make like a stew. But I was kind of thinking that I'd make some scallops. Okay, so while these little scallops sort of defrost, I'll show you guys some other stuff I got going on. Don't know if you noticed these. This is my kombucha first ferment. I was planning on just drinking this plain and then using it as a starter. And up here is where I keep my second ferments. Today I will drink this one, so I'm pretty excited about that. This one's actually got some berry in it, so I have been waiting for that one because I've been drinking pretty much just originals. But this one, I believe it's some blackberry I got. Tonight I'll take my empty bottle from yesterday and I will fill it with fill it with this one. And then I'll probably make some more kombucha. I'll fill this one up tomorrow night, probably. Maybe the day after tomorrow, because I work tomorrow too. So it's just easier to do on my day off, making a full batch. It doesn't take long. It just, I don't really feel like doing it. So yeah, so I'll eat my scallops and drink my kombucha. And yeah, maybe snack on some nuts while I watch a little bit of YouTube. And that's usually how my night goes. So it is about 9:30-ish, so I'll probably have like about an hour that I'll stay awake, 10:30, maybe 11, and then I'll wake up at 5 and do it all again. High K2 value with duck fat. Just gonna use that as the oil. Seriously, never fails. Every time I cook. Thanks for watching my YouTube video. Don't forget to check out those links below. Like, subscribe, share. Also, comment, you know, tell me some stories about your homestead adventure, or just if you have any health interest or interest in like naturopathic stuff. I'd like to hear about it. I like hearing about those things. So anyways, bye.